Welcome to 131XR. Today, we're going to be doing something a bit different. Today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of accessories that are available now for MetaQuest 3 and MetaQuest 3S. Now, to clarify, the two products I'm going to be talking about here were sent to us by the product manufacturer. However, this is not a sponsored video, no money has exchanged hands, this is not an advert. It is a review of the two products that you're about to see. We're going to be diving in with two accessories, as I say. First up, we've got the G4 Pro controller grips. We've got the Comfort head strap. This is a comfort strap with a battery. It's called the K4 Boost, and both of these accessories are available now. So first, the G4 Pro controller grips. Now, these are grips that are designed to make your controller a bit more comfortable. As you can see, they wrap around the controller, a silicone grip, but also there's a strap on the controller so you can slide your hand in and have the controller completely hands-free. Similar to the Valve Index. This means that when you're playing certain games where you don't need to hold the controller, in fact, holding the controller is a distraction, this is certainly a superior way of doing things. A game that I played recently that springs to mind, which is good for this, which would be good for this, is Exagale, which you can see our review up here. Now, Exagale is a game about flapping your arms to simulate wings, and holding the controllers in your hands, it feels like you're moving the controllers. With this strap, flapping your arm, it's much more, although it's still got weight on it, of course, it's much more in line with the motion that you're performing in the game. The controller grips were fairly easy to put on the controllers. The cord at the bottom here, although you can remove it from the controller, I found it much easier to actually thread it through while still attached and then slide the controller in, opposed to disconnecting it, putting it in, and then trying to connect it while you're adding the controller into the grip. Battery panel on the side, clips into place with a AA already inside. Now, in my personal opinion, had this come with a rechargeable battery instead of just replacing the grip panel, then it would have been amazing. It would have been everything you could possibly want in a comfortable controller grip. However, it does simply just layer over and use the existing AA battery. When in play, the controller grips, they fit quite snugly onto your hands. I have reasonably sized hands, and I don't have a problem with the size of the straps or of the way in which the grips make things more comfortable. I can honestly say I can't see a time now where I'm going to take these grips off, unless I'm reviewing another set of grips, of course. Like I say, I would prefer a rechargeable battery in here rather than sticking to the AA's, and changing the batteries is no easier or harder than it was previously. But overall, in terms of the comfort, which is what these controller grips are going for, they're worth investing your time and money in. Next up is the K4 Boost Battery Comfort Head Strap. Now, this is super easy to attach to your MetaQuest 3S, as I have used. Once you have attached it, there's a cable that plugs into the headset itself on the head strap. And this cable is what's then used to charge directly from the battery. So when you go to charge your MetaQuest headset in the future, you won't plug the device in directly to the wall or wherever you choose to charge your headset. Instead, you'll plug into a port that exists on the battery panel on this strap. Now, in my experience, this battery strap does extend the life of the MetaQuest headset considerably. Again, we're using a MetaQuest 3S, so your experience may differ, and also choosing the kind of games that you play, you may find that the battery lasts longer or shorter. But we typically found you've got about an extra 2 hours of gameplay on a fairly demanding game that would typically give you around an hour and a half of battery life on the Quest 3S. So you're doubling the time, more so in some experiences, than what you get with the onboard battery in the MetaQuest 3S. However, the difference I found here is that this head strap does take quite some time to charge. Previously, with my MetaQuest 3S, I'd find generally around an hour and it would be fully charged. Just like you're doubling the battery life though, you are more than doubling the charging time to get a full charge. There's many different comfort head straps out there for MetaQuest 3 and MetaQuest 3S, and many different battery life extending devices. But this head strap from Kiwi Design, I like it. I like it a lot. It's very comfortable to use. It does extend your battery life significantly. And if you're someone who plays the MetaQuest 3 or 3S for extended periods of time, you're going to want to get a device like this. And in my experience, this is one of the better ones on the market. So these two products are obviously very high quality. And while they may not be for casual players on the MetaQuest 3 or MetaQuest 3S, for people who are looking to extend their time in the game or make things a bit more comfortable while they're playing, these two are worth your investment.